What's going on in the internet land? My name is Johnny, just in case you don't know me. And before I talk a little bit about the science of getting rich, and the reason why we're going to talk about the science of getting rich is because it includes the word science and getting rich in it. So therefore, anybody can get rich, right? If it's science of getting rich. Well, before we talk a little bit about that, let me give you a quick backstory on how to make this whole thing work. Okay. You know, right now I'm 34 years old. I'm gonna turn 35 on Christmas Eve, and it's about to be Thanksgiving, like in like 2.5 weeks or something like that. We're in November like the 12th or 13th, something like that. So before we dive into the subject of the science of getting rich, how about we talk about my broken ribs for just 1 second? I broke my ribs 8 weeks ago. I was working out. I didn't get in a fight or nothing crazy. I was working out, and the pull-up bar, the pull-up bar fell from the door. Not that door. The pull-up bar fell from the door. And I landed on a step ladder, like on my back. And I had 2 fractures. Although I'm better now. I can work out again, which is what I'm doing. I'm still even taking like the cold showers and stuff. Like right after my workouts in the mornings and stuff. So why would I even talk about that? What does that have anything to do with the science of getting rich? And that's a really great question. When I was like 32 years old, I was coming out of a dark time in my life. It was bad. Like I'm not even gonna describe how bad it was. It was a dark time in my life. And I heard this metaphor. When it's really dark, that's when stuff starts to glow. And I said, no, there has to be something that I could be doing in the present moment in order to make the headache and the heartache and like in order to end this nightmare, because that's really what it felt like. So I did a little bit of digging around, and I stumbled into these 12 rules. And this is another thing that I found. I found that oftentimes we already know what it is that we're supposed to be doing. So I stumbled into the 12 rules. And what are the rules? It's like the 12 core commandments. I stumbled into the Bible, right? No, I didn't stumble into the Bible. Although one of the rules is that you have to exercise physically on a daily basis. You see, I had a story going on in my life that was running my life for nearly a decade, for a long time. It was not a decade, just a long time. And that story is this. It was a one day someday kind of a thing. One day someday, once I'm already there, then I'm gonna start exercising physically on a daily basis. Like once I'm already there, that's when I'm gonna do the push-ups. That's when I'm gonna like get in the best shape of my life. Like once I'm already there. The messed up truth about that is that I was looking at other people, other people like killing the game. Like they were looking like swole, like they're looking real good, like in the gym and stuff. It almost looks like they're like doing like steroids or something, right? And I said, nah, you know what? Like one day, someday, once I'm already there, then I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life. And that thinking is so messed up. That it got to the point, and I'm gonna wrap this video up real soon, real quick right now, because I don't want to ramble on for too long.